Welcome to howtocookthat.net. I'm Reardon. Today I'm going to show you how to make chocolate flowers. To start with, you're going to need a rolling pin or something round, 2 thin strips of baking paper, some melted chocolate, sticky tape and a Ziploc bag. Pour your chocolate into the Ziploc bag and then cut off one corner. Start with a small cut because you can always make it bigger if it's too small. I'll show you a few different petals. First of all, type some circles in a row on the baking paper. And then I like to put the bag of chocolate into a bowl to stop it tipping out. Just bend the tip upwards. Take a second sheet of baking paper and place it over the top of your chocolate, and then using your thumb or your finger push the chocolate upwards to make it into a petal shape. Then peel the top sheet off, and this makes them very thin so they have that petal-like look to them. And then place the sheet over the rolling pin so that the petals curl around. And then once they're set, carefully peel them off the paper. For the second type, pipe some circles of chocolate and this time spread them out using a spoon to make them elongated, then cover them as before. Make sure you're using tempered chocolate, otherwise your petals are going to melt as soon as you take them out of the fridge. If you're not sure what tempered chocolate is, then click on the link in the description below this video to go to the chocolate playlist. And in there you'll find a video on how to temper chocolate and another video on what chocolate to use for chocolate decorations. This type of petal that we've just made curls over at the top, like in a flower that has been open for a while. The third type of petals we're going to make are the smaller ones that you need for the centre of your flower. For those, place a circle of chocolate onto your baking paper as you did before. Spread them out using a spoon and then a second sheet of baking paper over the top and spread them out. Peel it off to make them thin. Then put another sheet of baking paper over the top and roll it up into a tube and use some sticky tape to keep it in that tube shape and then just allow it to set. And then when you take them off the baking paper, you can see you've got those tight, smaller petals for the centre of your flower. To put your flower together, use a cookie cutter ring and place a dollop of chocolate in the middle. And then starting with your outer bigger petals, put them around the edge. Usually 4 or 5 petals is ideal. Then I'm going to use the petals that curl over a little bit on the next row, and then the smaller, tighter chocolate petals right in the centre. If you don't have a cookie cutter ring that's circled like that, you can just improvise and use some paper towel rolled into a circle or anything that you have that's that sort of shape, just to give the petals some support while the chocolate is setting. Once the chocolate is set, you can take your flowers and place them where you needed them. For example, on this one is on top of the chocolate cake. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to How to Cook That and has left lovely comments and clicked like and shared the videos. Really appreciate all your support. You guys are awesome. Thank you.